Alright, in this video we're going to focus on going from Hindu-Arabic numerals to Babylonian. Now you may wonder why we're doing this. One, it helps you understand the Babylonian system better. Two, this is going to help us with some later ideas that are going to show up a lot and kind of sneak in a lot in fractions and other higher level math topics. So let's start with 278 to Babylonian. In our other systems, we just said, okay, what's 200s, 7 10s, and 8 1s? Let's represent that. But the Babylonians talked a lot about base 60. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to find out how many 60s are in 278. So I'll write 278 up here. Let's see, how many times does 60 go into 270? I believe that is 4 times. So I have 240 here. Should put a 4 right here. I apologize. And I end up with 38 leftovers. Since the 38 is less than 60, we know we're done with our long division. So this tells us that 278 equals 4 times 60 plus 38. So this is how the Babylonians thought of this number. They thought of it as 4 60s and then 38. Going to be a little sloppier, I guess, lazier with my ones just for the sake of time. So do you see how I have 4 60s here and 38 more? That's our goal with this notation. Let's do a larger number. Let's talk about 8,765. Once again, I need to see how many 60s are in here so I can use my Babylonian notation. So let's see, how many times does 60 go into 8,765? Well, I say how many times does 60 go into 87? That's just once. So I have a 60 here. And I subtract and I get 27. I'll bring down the 6. So let's see, how many times does 60 go into 276? Oh, that's going to go in 4 times. So 4 times 60 is 240. I'm left with 36, and then I have a 5. How many times does 60 go into 365? Oh, that goes in 6 times. And I'm left with 5. So this tells us that 8,765 is 146 times 60 plus 5. So you're like, okay, now I just need to write symbols for 146 60s. But Babylonians use base 60. This 146 is more than 60. So I need to use a higher place value. I need to figure out how many 60 groups of 60 there are. So in other words, I'm dividing 146 by 60. I'm seeing how I can regroup this further. So let's see, 60 doesn't go into 1 or 4, so I'm going to use the whole thing. How many times does 60 go into 146? Oh, that's going to go in 2 times. So I have 120 and 26 left over. 26 is less than 60, so I can't divide any further. So what does this tell us? This tells us that I have in 8,765 2 groups of 60 squared, because you can think of it as I'm saying how many groups of 60 are in 146. It's kind of like shifting from 23 tens is 230. We're just dividing by 60 rather than by 10. Plus the 26 leftover groups of 60 plus 5. So I end up with 2 groups of 60 squared, 26 groups of 60, and 5 more. All right, that's it for Babylonian numerals.